The prodigal son parable starts in a very appropriate and somewhat normal way. When you have a rich father, if your father's name is Bill Gates, you deserve to get 50% of whatever is left after he dies, if you only have one other sibling. So when the younger brother asked for 50%, he really asked for what is his, rightfully so. He is not stealing, there is no extortion, no blackmail. He asks for what is his. And that's why the father gives it to him without any argument. This is your part. You deserve it. It's yours. And so the story begins. There are two brothers, and two of them rightfully should inherit 50% of their father's property and assets. One of them uses it very, very fast and spends it. The other one saves it for rainy days. And both of them end up in trouble. The younger brother recognizes his wants, his desires, his needs, and he spends freely on his desires and wants and needs. The older brother obeys his father, does not believe in temptation, goes by the book, but at the end, he is the one who is angry, waiting outside the reception room. You see, one can claim that this story is all about our wants, our desires, our needs. We all have them. More importantly so, they are God-given wants, desires, and needs. Our hunger comes from God. Our thirst comes from God. Our sexual desires come from God. God is the source of our needs and wants and desires. And they are good things. When God created Adam and Eve, the Bible says, God saw it was very good. God creates us in God's own image with our wants and desires and needs. It's what we do with them or what we don't do with them that gets us in trouble. We can either idolize them or demonize them. The younger brother, of course, idolizes his wants and desires. They become for him a goal in itself. Satisfying his wants and needs and desires here and now becomes an idol. I want it now, and so I do it now. That's one way to approach our wants and desires, to make them our idols, a competition to God. The other way is the older brother's way, to demonize them. Oh no, I am an obedient daughter, I am an obedient son of God. I shall not do that ever. The older brother says, I have always obeyed you, and not once did you give me a goat to party on with my friends. Not once did I have any fun in life. Making your desires and your wants something demonic is not a healthy approach to life, neither. Idolizing them or demonizing them will lead you to a very unhealthy, very unspiritual life. To be a healthy person, to be a spiritual person, one needs to recognize that I have these wants, I have these desires, and they come from God. They are not God in themselves, and they are not demonic neither. They are what they are. I have them, I name them, and I satisfy them in a healthy and balanced and God-given way. Denying them or idolizing them will end up making you miserable. Today's gospel quotes one sentence 4 times. It has been lost and now is found. It was applied to the lost sheep, to the lost coin, and to the lost son twice. It was lost and now it has been found. I believe that our society, especially in Northern Hemisphere, has lost a healthy way of dealing with our desires. We have lost a healthy way of recognizing what is it that we really need, what is it that we really want. We either idolize our wants and desires or demonize them. But we need to find again a healthy way, a God-given way to accept our desires, to process them, and to satisfy them in a healthy way. Now, in America, it's all about constant gratification and instant gratification. If I want something, I will not stop until I get it now. And my want becomes an idol. My want becomes a new God for me. It is time, my friends, that we find again what we have lost, that we find a healthy, God-given way of dealing and satisfying our wants and needs and desires, not by idolizing them, not by demonizing them, but to living with them in God's way.